Hi. Welcome to the Victor Wilt Show. Morning and happy Thursday to you. Yesterday, I told a story about some kids coming to my door the other day. And I'm just hanging out, being lazy, accomplishing nothing, watching TV. And who is at my house? Because nobody comes knocking on my door. It just doesn't happen very often. That's not a thing in 2024. So I go answer the door, and it's a couple kids, essentially trick-or-treating. They were asking me what I was going to give out for Halloween. This was on October 1st. May have been because I just put my Halloween decorations up. I don't know. But I almost didn't know how to respond. I was just like, candy? I was like, why? And they're like, well, some people are giving out toothbrushes. They're just riding around on their bikes, asking everybody, apparently, what they're going to give out for Halloween. Just making a map. Here are the people who are giving out the good stuff. I didn't tell them what kind of candy. Well, I just saw this viral photo floating around where somebody had taped to their front door a sign that said, "Door knockers, please note, this household charges $50 per minute to listen to sales pitches. This charge is payable in advance. By knocking on this door, you signal your agreement with the terms outlined above." Wouldn't that be pretty messed up to put that up before Halloween? Yeah, trick or treat is right. Did you read the sign? Give me your money. Making kids cry on Halloween, that'd be pretty messed up. Try to, give away something decent for Halloween. I know candy's expensive. I should probably take a look at Grocery Outlet, see if there's any screaming deals, so I have some kind of candy to give away. Because if you got Halloween decorations out front all lit up, you're probably going to get some people knocking. And I do encourage every year that you have your kids go trick-or-treating in their own neighborhood. It's kind of sad. There's lots of kids in my neighborhood. But if you drive past the big fancy neighborhoods every Halloween, they're just filled up with children. Just packed to the brim. People drive them in. I'm telling you, kids, you will get better candy if you trick-or-treat in your own neighborhood. You'll get more of it. Because, I don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters, so when kids come to my house, it's like, all right, take a handful of Reese's, enjoy. Yeah, take a big scoop out of the bucket there. Ooh, I just figured out what I'm going to use for my Halloween candy bucket this Halloween. I've got that Ghost popcorn tin from the Ghost movie. That'd be perfect for giving out Halloween candy. It's got a skull on it. Yeah. All right, anyway. Don't put up one of these signs before Halloween. But it might be good to put up year-round, aside from Halloween, if you're really bothered by people coming to your door. I don't tend to mind. If people come to my door, I'll talk to them for a minute. I'm that bored old guy already. Oh, look. There's people. There's humanity. Why don't we have a little chat? I mean, my cats can't talk back to me. They sort of can. They meow, but hard to hold a real conversation with them. So anyway, just giving you an idea there. I don't think you could necessarily expect to get money out of it, but might be worth a try. Well, I was just reading that Pink Floyd has sold their music rights, their full catalog, their likeness, all of that to Sony for $400 million. And, props to them. I suppose at their age, kick back, relax, enjoy the hundreds of millions. Honestly, that number, I don't know a lot about hundreds of millions, but that number seems kind of light to me for Pink Floyd, one of the biggest bands of all time. But what will this lead to? Are we going to have, hologram Pink Floyd shows? And would you go to a show like that? I'm sitting here thinking about it. Never got to see Pink Floyd live. They're one of my favorite bands. I think I'd go. Most bands, I would not go to the hologram show because I think it would, just be weird and you're just listening to audio playback. But I've been to Pink Floyd, like, laser shows, and they're awesome. I don't know if it's just because the music is so good, but I would imagine if they send hologram Pink Floyd out on tour, the show's going to be ridiculous. Just off the chain, as kids said like 30 years ago. So, I kind of hope they do hologram Pink Floyd shows. You know, I don't think I'd go to a hologram Beatles show. Maybe. The music, again, is so good. But Pink Floyd's, I don't know, a different kind of show. So, the nature of the shows they did kind of lends itself to a hologram show potentially being pretty sweet. So, I don't know. I'm hoping something good comes out of this rather than just, 10 million new pieces of Pink Floyd merch, which there are already every possible type of Pink Floyd merch items available that you could possibly imagine. But guess we're just going to have to wait and see what this leads to. Fingers crossed to something actually exciting. Agents of Oblivion Endsmouth featuring the one and only Dax Riggs, who I posted a video of in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group yesterday. My all-time favorite vocalist, supposed to be dropping some new music this month. Very exciting. It's been like 14 years. Anyhow, what's up? It's Victor Wilt. I was just reading that people are being butt wipes with TP once again. I don't know how these things start. There's some type of a strike going on at some port somewhere, and somebody online must have told people, we're not going to be able to get TP. And now nationwide, people are panic buying toilet paper, and people who need it aren't able to get TP. Listen, people, you don't need to panic buy toilet paper right now. There's not a toilet paper shortage. And even if there was, just get what you need. It's like when we had that, water issue. The water supply was having some problems in Idaho Falls, so nobody had water for like one day. And I went to Winco, and I saw people with shopping carts packed to the brim with all of the bottled water they could possibly fit. And then the next day, everything was fixed. It's like, there might be people who need some. Just get one package of water, all right? We all need to work together on these kind of things. So yeah, don't be a butt wipe with the toilet paper, all right? Get what you need. Leave some. I don't know if this is happening here. I didn't go to the grocery store yesterday. But I tell you what, if I go to the store on the weekend and there is no toilet paper, East Idaho getting a major public shaming on the airwaves when I get back in Monday. Oh, we got a caller here. Maybe they can fill me in if we are having a TP issue around here. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
It's Cowboy.
Cowboy, have you been to the grocery store in the last day? Do we have a TP shortage?
No, and we shouldn't because TP doesn't come by ship. It's trucked in from Mexico and Canada.
All right. Yeah, I just see this happening in the news elsewhere. I haven't heard anything about it happening locally, but figured I'd let everybody know in advance. There's not a shortage. Just settle down.
Right?
So
yeah, we're not in the COVID panic like 2020.
And even then, people overdid it. The people got, panicked and greedy, and it just made life difficult for everybody else. So people just need to settle down.
I didn't get that because it's a viral flu virus, and everybody was scared they were going to poop to death, I guess.
Well, apparently the thing is, if people read online, hey, there's a shortage of blank, everybody goes everywhere they can to try to just get it whether they need it or not. So
right, now they're talking about eggs going back up in price again.
Ah, great. Right. So now people are going to go panic buy eggs.
Yeah, now they're telling everybody that if you take it out of the shell and put it in Tupperware, you can freeze it.
That's
to get longer shelf life.
Yeah, I've never thought about that, but I don't see why not. I'll have to do some Googling on that, but also I don't want to encourage people to panic buy eggs and freeze them.
Right. So we talked a couple of weeks ago or a week ago about Arizona and Payson, Arizona and all that.
Yeah.
So I'll be at the Judas Priest concert. We should meet up and change numbers because I might be in Arizona the same time you are.
Well, track me down. The easiest way to find me is to look for Peaches. Because he's easy to spot.
Yeah, I'll be on the 12th row on the AA row.
All right. Yeah, I'll be wandering around. I don't even know where I'll be as far as a seat goes. I haven't even gotten tickets yet, so.
I was thinking about that after we hung up, that we should change numbers and maybe we could meet up and we could go. I could show you around.
Right on, man. Yeah, I mean, I get down there about once a year, so yeah. Find me at the show. I mean, it's real easy to stay in touch with me. Just add me on Facebook, Victor Wilt. Yeah, I'm on there every day, so super easy to get in touch with me if I'm not sitting in this box.
Okay.
All right, man. Cool. Well, have a good good rest of the week.
You too.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right, people. Like I said, don't be a butt wipe with the toilet paper. Do you enjoy mindlessly scrolling the internet like me? Of course you do. That is what we do in 2024. Well, sometimes you struggle to find mindless ways to entertain yourself, which is why I'm always happy when I see a post like this on Reddit. What is the weirdest subreddit you've come across? As you know, I enjoy spending time on Reddit, but I do run out of things to look at. Yeah, not enough people posting in the Idaho subreddit, fighting, things like that. I got to go to Facebook for arguments. Well, let's check out some weird subreddits here. All right, we've got Adam Driver Cat. Okay, I've never looked at this subreddit. You know Adam Driver, right? He played Kylo Ren in the 3 Star Wars post-original Star Wars sequels. Anyway, these cats do look like Adam Driver. I wonder what he thinks about this. If I ever get to interview him. Have you seen the subreddit Adam Driver Cats? He has to have. Has to have. All right, what else do we have here? I'll skip that one. Just because I don't want to say the name of it. How about Scary Bilbo? All right, let's check this one out. Okay. Whoa, okay. I got to close out. Okay, don't go to Scary Bilbo. Okay. Now, what this is people photoshopping the image of Bilbo Baggins' face from the Lord of the Rings movies. You know when he sees the ring and he gets all crazy and he almost turns into a demon or something for a second? Okay, people Photoshop that onto other things. The very first thing that popped up was not appropriate. Not safe for work. Jeez. Sometimes I wonder what the IT department thinks. All of a sudden, what is this? I didn't look at that on purpose, okay? All right, skipping that one. Grandpa Joe hate. I guess this is a subreddit where people go hate on Grandpa Joe from the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie. All right, we got a post at the top. Are we hating the 2005 Joe too, or just the original one? I think you got to hate on all the Grandpa Joes, right? Just sitting in bed all day. Then when all of a sudden the golden ticket comes up, oh, I feel great. Let's go to the Chocolate Factory. I'm doing wonderful. I haven't been out of this bed in years, but come on, let's go. Let's go to the Chocolate Factory. I'm going to do a dance. All right, let's keep scrolling here. So far, these are all pretty good. All pretty good. Okay, this one's called Babies Trapped in Knees. And it's a subreddit dedicated to pictures of people's knees that look like they have faces. Kind of like newborn baby faces, all scrunched up and things like that. Okay, that one qualifies as weird, I would say. All right, let's see what else we have here. I'm sorry, John. All right, let's look at this here. All right, I must be not deep enough into the Garfield-related internet subculture, because this is like Garfield gone. I don't know. Garfield gone completely insane or something here. Qualifies as weird. Absolutely. Birds with arms. I assume we got some Photoshop going on here. All right, birds with arms is not as cool as I was hoping it would be. I've seen this picture of the rooster photoshopped with the arms from Gladiator many times before. So apparently not a very popular subreddit, even if it is kind of weird. All right. Sleepy wrens. That's just birds sleeping. All right. You know, there's a subreddit for everybody. You into, birds with arms? Does that brighten up your day? Well, now you have the place to go. You're so welcome. I'm glad I could help. Well, now that I went into all of those weird subreddits, now my entire Reddit feed is filled up with posts from them. Reddit should only do that to you if you join the subreddit. It's like, oh, you've been here before. You went here. Well, I might have gone there just out of curiosity and be like, oh, this place is disgusting. What if it starts sharing on my feed posts from, scary Bilbo Baggins? Yeah, I don't need that in my life, all right? I don't need it talking to from Jade for weird stuff popping up on the computer screen. So, shame, Reddit. Shame. All right. Sorry, I got distracted. Totally forgot whatever I was going to talk to you about. I have no idea. I had something good planned. Something good. What was it? Oh, that's so annoying. Oh well. Yeah. You're dealing with somebody who's forgetful. You listen to this show often enough. You don't expect perfection out of me, right? I do it live. All right? If I was smart, I'd pre-record. Then every break would be flawless. But that's not how I roll. I jump on and I go live. No edits. No edits. But it is kind of driving me crazy that I cannot remember what the heck I was going to talk with you about. I remembered what I was going to talk about. Somebody trademarked the word BLEGH. It's not even a word. It's a sound. But I guess as far as slapping BLEGH on a t-shirt or anything like that, you are out of luck. Now, I don't know if this is a worldwide thing or if it's only affecting people in Europe, but somebody who ran an Etsy store in the UK had to remove a bunch of their items after someone in Germany trademarked BLEGH. Come on, people. Come on. It's a joyous word, and we should be able to share it with everybody. I was going to make some Victor Wilt Show BLEGH t-shirts, and now what am I going to do? What's that guy on YouTube that I forget his name? Orion. Orion Reacts. All of his videos are based around the word BLEGH. He wears a hat that says BLEGH. Take off your hat, bro. Take off your hat. You can't wear that hat no more. I don't know, people will do anything to make some money. But, guess we're out of luck on the new K-Bear swag I've been working on. It's all going in the garbage, because it was all relating to BLEGH. Such a fun word. Come on, you gotta admit it brings you joy every time you hear it in a song. What's next? Are they gonna start saying bands can't use it in songs? What is Architects gonna do if they can't say BLEGH or Motionless in White? Huh? Even Poppy threw out a nice BLEGH in her new song. Come on, this is a community word. Should be shared by all. Maybe I'll throw a song on in a bit with a nice strong BLEGH. But yeah, just wanted to let you know if you were working on merch. Sorry. Freak News is powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. All right, it's party. Florida man arrested after the slowest chase in Florida history, apparently. Low speed pursuit at 3 miles per hour. Why didn't they just jump out of their car and run up to the door? So, the incident began when you got this 33-year-old named Kyle driving at 15 miles per hour and kicking a passenger out of his vehicle. Apparently, the passenger was very upset that Kyle refused to drive faster. So, at 15 miles per hour, he hit another car and slowly drove off. So cops caught up and, they got the lights on and kept after him at 3 miles per hour till, I guess, eventually something named or called stop sticks were used to bring him to a halt. What's a stop stick? Oh, it's just like a big plastic board that they put in the road. It's better than a spike strip, I guess. Just stops. Well, yeah, if you're going 3 miles per hour, a regular stick would probably have stopped the vehicle. Again, I don't know why they didn't just kind of jog up to the door and be like, dude, come on. Enough already. It's Florida, though. Nothing going to make a lot of sense when it comes to Florida. All right, and over in Iceland, entire communities of people. You've got parents, you've got children collecting baby puffins and throwing them off cliffs. Yeah, hundreds of them. We actually talked about this last year, I remember, because it's an annual tradition and it's good for the baby puffins. So funny to see these kids all excited. They're holding the little baby birds, standing on the edge of a cliff, and then they just chuck them. Apparently, researchers say that puffins can't fly unless they can see the ocean, so they'll end up stranded on land, and I guess they're really dumb and they don't know what to do. Babies are uneducated, as I've pointed out many times. So, they just pick them up, chuck them off the cliff, and then they start flying, and, they dive into the water and swim and live happy little puffin lives. So, don't be alarmed at the thought of people throwing these particular baby birds off of cliffs. Only in Iceland, okay? Strange annual tradition. We had a story the other day about a college where in the kind of break room area, somebody kept leaving bottles of pee. This is a problem apparently all over the place. They've got the pee bandit of Pasadena, where for years, somebody has been leaving bottles of pee on a particular electrical box. So a local filmmaker is making a TikTok documentary about this. I mean, if this has been going on for years, why didn't they just set up a camera? Oh, they did. They did. They put trail cameras, security cameras. All they found was a mysterious arm. Because I guess on the other side of this wall is a freeway, and somebody will just pull over and they stick their arm through the trees and leave their bottle of pee. All right, people, if you're a trucker or something, come on, can't you hang on to that and throw it in a dumpster eventually? Like, there are people who go out and do highway cleanup after winter. It's unfortunate that a large portion of what they have to pick up is your bottles of pee. All right? Just throw them in the garbage. All right? I get it. You got to make those trips as fast as possible. Make that money. But seriously, nobody wants to clean up your pee. All right? It's gross. It's grody. Anyway, I got plenty of other stupid news coming up. Got one of the dumbest airport-related criminal stories I've read in a while. We'll talk some local news. All kinds of fun stuff coming up, so don't go anywhere. I'm sure you've heard me complain about Idaho politicians from time to time, if you're a longtime listener. It's just one of those things that I do. Well, it's articles like this that make me crazy. All right, we've got the upcoming election going on, and there are a few different Idaho propositions on the ballot. You as a voter can research the issues. You can decide how you feel about them and vote on them, whether or not you'd like to see these things implemented, right? You've got people all throughout the state who gather like hundreds of thousands of signatures to get these things on the ballot. That's how the process works. And then if, as a state, the voters, the people decide, hey, we want to do blank, then you implement it, right? The end. That's why we get out and vote. Well, apparently, members of the Idaho House are opposed to one of the ballot initiatives, Prop 1, and they're just outright saying, oh, if voters pass it, yeah, we might, repeal or, just amend that. We might just cancel it. No matter what side you're on politically, this should be enraging to you. This should make you crazy. Because this is America. And if you want to get out and vote, your vote should mean something. This is the type of thing that leads to people not voting. And voting is very important. So, again, no matter what side you're on, people should be outraged and putting a foot down saying, you know what? Even if I'm against this, if the state as a whole decides this is what we want to do, then follow the will of the people. It's unbelievable to me. And it's not the first time this has happened here in this state. I think it was back in, hold on, let me bring up the details here. It's in the East Idaho News article I was reading about this. It was in 1994. Idaho voters approved a ballot initiative creating term limits for elected officials, which would be great. So we wouldn't have the same old fogies just running things till the end of time. The people voted for term limits, and the legislature's like, nope. And they just canceled it. Canceled the will of the people. This is why I get so frustrated with Idaho politicians and why I encourage you to research these politicians before you just get out and vote. Don't just, pick a side and go, I'm going to vote for all of them. Because they might not truly stand for what you think they do. This is ridiculous. So I, just want to encourage you to get out and vote. But, if we as a people decide we want something, politicians shouldn't have the power to just shut it down. It takes a long time to get these things on the ballot. So much time invested by people who live in this state. And the outcome of the vote should be the outcome of the vote. This is crazy. Again, there have been plenty of things passed in this state that I don't agree with. But if there was somebody in charge who went against the will of the people and was like, well, no, even if it was something I wanted canceled, I'd be like, that's pretty messed up. Why do we vote if you can just cancel the results of the vote? This is absurd. So just, educate yourself thoroughly before the upcoming election. And again, no matter what side you're on, if there are shenanigans going on with our politicians trying to shut down the will of the people, we as a collective need to stand up against that. It's crazy. It's absurd that this is allowed to happen. And they should get that term limits back on the ballot as well. That'd be great. Term limits for every political position in America. We've got them for president, 2 terms. Why not everybody else? Wouldn't you like to see some of these 80-year-olds in Congress, go live in their, vacation homes and retire? Get some younger blood up in there? Well, a boy can dream. Do I really want to take a call on this? All right, All right, we'll go to this line. K-Bear, please keep in mind that you are live on the show. Who's this?
It's Brandon.
Brandon, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Victor, I agree with everything that you're saying, man. And you're dead on when you say that we, the people, have the power to do certain things. And the politicians, like you were saying in 94 when they just canceled that initiative for term limits, it's, it all boils down to the same thing. It's the same people that just want to keep control.
Yeah, just want to let people know these things are happening. A lot of people don't read the news, or they read a headline and then they just kind of, if you read through all of the history on this kind of thing, it's really crazy with the amount of effort that people in the state put in to get these things on the ballot. If something passes, it passes. If it fails, it fails. This happens with all kinds of issues year after year. We have bonds, we have all kinds of different initiatives. And just because a small handful of people don't like something that are in positions of power doesn't mean they should override the, couple million people who live in this state. So
yep, exactly. Well, and I've got family members that have direct experience with that certain thing. They've fought to get certain things put on ballots and had local politicians shut them down, and just because they didn't like what they were talking about, because it took away power and money from these particular politicians. And I don't want to get into any specifics or into it any deeper. I just wanted to call and let you know, Victor, that there are millions of us that agree with you.
Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate the call today. And that's why I didn't get into any specifics of anything, not telling people how to vote. I just think that how the people vote, that should be the final say, the end.
Exactly.
Whether you like it or not, politicians, implement the will of the people and get back to work. So
that's the whole point. That is the entire reason that the Constitution and everything else, how this country is set up, that's how it's supposed to work.
Absolutely.
It's the will of the people.
Absolutely.
So,
we'll appreciate the call, Brandon.
I just wanted to call and tell you. All right. Thank you, Victor.
Yeah, you have a good one today. Peace.
You too, man. Peace.
See ya. And I would imagine that's how most people feel. Regardless of what side you're on, the will of the people should be followed. It's crazy. You don't expect to see just blatant statements like that in the news, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. How about we talk about stupid people? That sound fun? Of course it does. All right. You've heard me complain about idiots making air travel a nightmare by trying to get things through security, tying up the lines, and just failing relentlessly because you're not going to get through security with a gun, okay? There are ways you can go about checking a firearm into your luggage and legally transporting it. But I'm sure daily in this country, there's somebody trying to stick one in their backpack and just walk through security. This wasn't a gun. This was a guy trying to transport his meth on an airplane. Guess he was leaving Philadelphia International Airport. And so he got in the full body scanner and he had something hiding in his clothes that had metal. This was a shotgun shell, okay? He hid his meth inside of a shotgun shell. Do you not think a shotgun shell is going to maybe set off some alarms in the airport security? Geniuses. Hey, Jade, I was just doing the genius of the day.
Oh, you're talking about yourself, are you?
No, I'm not stupid. I'm not like this guy.
Right.
No,
What did this guy do?
He tried to bring meth on an airplane.
Oh, that's really smart.
But he hid it in a shotgun shell.
Oh, even better.
So, yeah. Just, pointing out some stupid. It's what I do.
Okay.
Did you come in here to give me more work?
Yep. You're going to like this one.
Jay! Oh! I'm in the middle of a big project that has to deal with some unpleasant music. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Ah! Ah!
What you get?
It's my job. Somebody's got to do it.
Yep.
Somebody's got to make Christmas wonderful for East Idaho, and that person is me. How weird. Never thought I'd be the Christmas music guy.
Country music guy.
Country music guy, pop music guy. I'm the all music guy. Don't tell me we're adding more music. Wait a minute. No,
Maybe.
no.
That has to do with part of your job stuff.
Oh, no.
You just got to do more of it now.
All right, everybody. Wish me luck. And JD called a minute ago. He wanted to hear Shoot to Thrill, and he told me to tell somebody to hurry up. I forgot their name. So, sorry, JD. I failed to tell whoever to hurry up. But whoever it is, you know who you are. Hurry up. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program's a production of River. Why can't I say that? God.
To say Riverbend Media Group.
Riverbend Media Group. This program's a production of God. This program's a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.